Okay, welcome to Lobo Podcast. Today we have Deidra Collins. She's sister of Chronicles of D, episode 30. You know, he talked about pissing himself. He might have not, but there were some other stories there. Anyways, she's a single mom, had her first kid at 14 because of something called Hennessy, right? So we both kind of grew up around the same area, Zion, right? Actually, we talk about a local crackhead who's come up on the podcast, Hustle Man before. She's she was wild in her 20s. She fought a lot. She kind of got toxic and actually got her involved in this nonprofit, domestic abuse, all that good stuff. Not good, but whatever, you know what I mean. Anyways, we talk about my hoe years, right, at the fuck house when I lived with her brother, prostitutes, our relationships, her fight at Chuck E. Cheese, incident she had with a cop, Cabrini Green, Candyman. Remember Candyman? Anyways, check out, again, subscribe, support the Patreon. I got some gear, hoodies, things. So check out my Instagram at LoboDen Podcast. And again, if you want to record a podcast or an album, a bunch of other stuff for production, hit up James Webb, People at Comedy Studio. Okay, LoboDen. Okay, welcome to the Lobo Podcast. I'm your host, Giovanni Diaz. I say guess a lot. I mess it up. I don't know. My brain's hasn't been here all the time, but I think I'm better now. I just chugged this coffee, and I'm ready to pod. Today we have our guest. Okay, so her brother's been on the podcast, D. We didn't use his name, but I can use your name, right?
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely.
Deidra, yeah, D's like, no, use my name, please. Why? Whatever. Anyways, he's on episode 30, the Chronicles of D, where he talks about all kinds of stuff. But today we have Deidra Collins, and then she got here. Her daughter drove you.
Yes.
Hi, hello. Hi. So she's hanging out with us right now. So Deidra, I've known Deidra for a long time, family friend. You grew up in Zion, right? Did you grow up in Zion?
I did.
Zion. So I lived in Zion for like those 2 years where I lived with your brother for like.
I remember.
Yeah, everybody lived. So there was a house in Zion where everybody lived at. There was like, we were 13 to 14 deep. Like we had, D was there. That I forget. There was like Elias, Noah's sister. There was a point where the refrigerator didn't even work because there was like 5 gallons of milk because she was getting Noah's sister was getting the milk for the daycare or something, or maybe it was a WIC thing. I don't know, but it was like 5 milks. The refrigerator stopped working, and then I don't know. Did you
guys have the cereal to go with it or no?
I don't even remember.
Oh damn!
It was a lot of McDonald's because
yeah.
No, eats a lot of McDonald's.
Who doesn't cook? Why weren't you guys cooking?
Well, he's a chronic. I don't know if you knew, but he's like a chronic closet eater. He has an eating disorder. Basically, you didn't know that?
I believe it. Yes.
Yeah. So he was like normal everything. So I have a friend who I might have said his name, but I'll whatever. I will say it now. But he has like an eating disorder. Like he can't stop eating. Like,
really?
Yeah. Like no, he doesn't show it too much on the outside. Then no, okay, because I live with him, right?
Is that your uncle?
That's it. Oh, who was the other?
Say his name. Go ahead. D'Angelo.
D. Yeah. So D episode 30 of Lobo Podcast. So D has the same thing where like he'll do this. He'll get food, not tell me to bring. Like the other day, I was coming back. I was with my girl and he was like, "Hey, can you bring me some McDonald's? Right? Spicy nuggets, double cheeseburger, small Coke fries. All right." What he didn't tell me is before I got to McDonald's, he went to Walmart and bought a Giordano's deep dish pizza and had 3/4 of it to himself. Right? And there was
sounds accurate.
Yeah. So he'll do all the time. He's on the phone. He'll mute. He'll eat. But anyways. But yeah, he's doing it right now probably. And then yesterday he had, he had it and things like that. But you grew up in Zion. You were single mom. You got how many? You have 3 boys and 1 girl.
Correct.
She's your oldest, or who's the oldest?
She is my second oldest. My son Isaiah is 21.
Oh, 21?
Yeah. Don't tell anybody. Look, don't tell anybody.
Oh, he's 21. When did he turn 21?
December 1st.
Did you have a drink with him? A legal drink with him?
No, he doesn't drink.
At all?
I tried to get him to, but he said no. Don't tell anyone.
Well, he's 21. He could drink, right?
Yeah, I tried to get him to, like a little wine or something, just to kind of wind down for his 21st. But he's like, Mom, I don't. I'm like, okay, well, forget.
Why doesn't he? Did he say a reason he doesn't drink? Is he an athlete?
He's an athlete. Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So drinks. What does he play?
Basketball.
Okay, basketball.
He's on his 3rd surgery on his knee for it, too.
Oh, ACL, all that stuff?
ACL and meniscus.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you grew up, how old are your kids? 21?
21. My daughter is 17. My middle son is 16, and he stands 6'5.5".
Oh.
Tell me about it. And then my youngest
What is
son,
he? He's in basketball?
he's a baller too.
Okay.
All of my boys are ballers. And then my youngest is 13.
Okay. And raising them, where in Zion you grew up, was it not? Because where we stayed in Zion, it was like that area it was kind of ghetto, right? In that corner on Ezra. Like, we got that video of that dude, we gave it to the cops because some dude got shot.
Oh,
right?
goodness. Yeah.
And the sheriffs came to get the videos. And then we always have, Hustle Man was a nice guy. You know Hustle Man, right?
Oh, no. He was shot?
No.
Oh.
I randomly.
I know Hustle Man, yeah.
Okay, people outside of Zion, Illinois, there's a dude, he's this crackhead who's been riding his bicycle and smoking crack and selling stuff in Zion for what, like 20
You get
years?
all the good stuff from him.
Yeah, like, do you get, you didn't get pastries from him, did you?
No, only electronics.
Yeah. No, I got videos of him. It's funny, he showed up one time, he was trying to sell me VHS tapes.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, Hustle Man, what am I going to do with VHS? But then he's like, look, check this out. He had a TV with the VHS combo in it and everything. He's like, look, I got you. But yeah, he did this at one time. You got $30 worth of pastries. I started eating them. And I was like, hey, did you check the expiration? I was like, no, we checked. It was all gone.
Oh,
so I was
goodness.
No, but yeah, Hustle Man's been, but anyways, in that area, there was always not in the winter now, but it was cold. There was always something going on in that corner right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone was getting shot. Where about in Zion? Was it nice when you grew up, or?
Horribin 22nd.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit nicer.
Not terrible. The Hebron's on the other side. But for the most part, we never had any issues. Went to West, elementary school. And at that time, still the only middle school is Central, so that wasn't so great. But when we were growing up there, it wasn't terrible.
Okay.
We grew up in a beautiful house, and we grew up there. It was fine. There was nothing like there is now. So I'll say that. Yeah.
Okay. It was, Keegan's kind of shitty now.
Yeah.
But how old were you when you had your first kid?
14.
Oh, 14.
I was 14.
Were you in love?
Have you seen my Facebook? No, definitely wasn't in love. First time ever having a drink, as a matter of fact.
Oh, what'd you drink?
I think it was Hennessy.
Okay.
And first drink ever, and
the baby maker.
Made the worst mistake of my life. Not my son. Just the person I made it with.
Yeah.
But you live and you learn.
Were you both 14? Was he older?
He was 19.
Oh, okay.
So
not too much older.
Yeah, he should have been in jail, but whatever. We'll leave it alone.
Okay. How's he doing?
Is he still alive? I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
To the deadbeat daddies. No.
No.
No, he's terrible.
And did you finish high school, or?
I did. Yep.
Oh, so what, did they have or how did it work back? Because my sister, she went to like some night school thing, or computers, or with you?
Initially I was in school. I went through, I think, junior year maybe, and I was like, oh, fuck this, I don't want to do it. So I started going to Job Corps in Chicago, and then after Job Corps, I actually went back to high school and wound up graduating.
Okay.
So graduated and went to DeVry and got a master's in HR management.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then, when was baby number 2?
I think I was 18.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was terrible. I was a terrible kid. I don't know how my mom kept me alive this long.
What do you mean you were terrible? Like, I was bad as when I was between 5 and 6, and I was calm. And then in my 20s, I wilded out, and I'm calm again. I matured 2 years ago.
Well, I didn't mature. I think I'm still working on that. But, yeah, I was terrible from birth to 27.
To 27?
Yeah, I don't think there was any calm part in between there.
You fought a lot, right? You were fighting, not professionally, right?
Well, I used to think so. I thought I was like Muhammad Ali's daughter or something, So I thought I was going to make a career out of it. That's why I used to always fight. So I'm like, ooh, I can do this. And then I started going to jail. So didn't work out.
Have you ever talked to somebody, and then like recently I've been talking to people that haven't been to jail, and it's weird to me because I assumed everybody's been to jail,
it's
right?
Like, what?
Yeah.
what type of Zionite are you? Like, you're from Zion? No, you're not from Zion. Yeah, no, yeah. I talk to people all the time, and I just look at them. Even my fiance to this moment, I look at him. I'm like, dude, you've never been in jail, like ever.
He has. I was in the car with 3 people. So like, okay, so when did you and your fiance just met? Because before that, you were wilding out with different people, fighting.
I was wilding.
I think did you pull a left eye once?
No. Huh? No, I didn't pull a left eye. I would have liked to.
If people don't know, left eye is basically you get in a fight with your man and you burn his house on fire or his clothes or burn something. You burn something down.
I think if I was going to go to jail for it, I should have done something much more extreme. And I'm kind of upset that I didn't. But I just backed into the car and tipped it over.
Oh, okay. What kind of car was it?
It was a Pontiac.
Oh, okay.
GT. I think.
Why'd you guys get into it?
I don't remember.
Oh.
Probably something that never even mattered to begin with. But, you live and you learn. You're young. You're toxic. You know how that goes.
Yeah, I'm learning. Look, how long have you been with you're engaged, right?
Yes.
Okay. How long have you been your fiance?
We've been together about 1.5 years.
Okay.
We've known each other for 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years?
Yeah.
Okay. And when you guys were dating 4 or 5 years? No, you known each other. When did you guys start dating? Because I just started.
Officially, like official. We became official January 1st, 2020.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
That's last year, right? Because we're 2021.
A year from this year. But we were dating probably September, October-ish of 2019. And we've known each other since before then. We just used to flirt back and forth, but nothing really came about it. So.
DMs?
A little bit here and there. He was choosing.
What do you mean he was choosing?
Well, he always says that I was the one who was choosing, but I believe it was him.
What do you mean by choosing?
He was, he had little girls here and there.
Yeah, I did.
Every time I would go to the bar and even talk to him, you'd have that one girl sitting at the bar having a drink, and it was always the ghetto drink. So you knew she was a ghetto girl. So, you had
with colorful?
Yeah, you know how that goes. The little rainbow hair and rainbow eyelashes and just ugly.
Yeah.
So, to make a long story short, she would be at the bar, kind of just looking, and it's like, you'd have your little pinky up with your little wine, and life went on.
Yeah.
So, but I got him at the end, so who cares?
Yeah. So all right. So somebody told me to ask you, like, you're calmer with him, right? Because before you were very combative with your relationships, right? Yeah. Are you calmer with him, or like what? Did something change after him, or you were changing before? Because I recently, like I said, I matured 2 years ago, right? So up until 2 years ago. Up until 2019, like I was calming down, and then I had a relapse like July 19th or 15th. I forgot the date. I went to Miami and I accidentally spent $4,000 one night on these strippers. Like we went back to the hotel room. I broke a toilet. It was a whole thing.
You broke a toe?
A toilet.
Oh.
Oh, I did cut my toe on that toilet. That did happen, right? Because after I broke the toilet, I went back in to pee, and there's toilet residue or whatever.
Right.
Because what happened was we ran out of booze. I've said this before on the podcast, so I'll be quick. We ran out of booze. All we had left was this bottle of wine that I bought earlier at this gas station, and I was like, I don't have any way to open it right. But now I know there's a trick. You use a shoe and you do something. I forgot. There's like a life hack, but I didn't know what to do. So I was like, you know what? I'll just take it against the toilet and break it. But no, the toilet broke instead, not the bottle.
Oh man.
Yeah, and I went back to pee, cut my toilet, and then one of the strippers like wrapped it up, and then I, when I flushed it, all the water came. So there's toilet water on my toe and the blood.
Maybe she went to nursing school before.
That one, I don't know. Oh, speaking of, not nursing school, but that one, I don't know. Oh, you know what? All right, so this stripper, right, we got to the point, we're doing a lot of drugs, right? I won't say what drug it was.
Right.
But it helps you stay up late. And allegedly, this is where I say allegedly on the podcast, right? It was allegedly this color, right?
Right.
Whatever that color was. I don't know. I still have a job. I don't make money if this to quit, so it's alleged. So then we got to that point where we're talking about Selena. She was talking about her man. So she was a stripper, right? But she was in a relationship with a dude who was richer. But she was telling me, because you have a nonprofit, right? She was telling me how she was getting socked up by her man, but she's with him. He has all this money. What your nonprofit is a domestic violence thing, right? Because that's what happened. What the stripper was telling me about it, what we're both talking about Selena, and we got to the point where like, I really like you, I like you. It's just the drugs, right? Obviously, like, no, you don't. Maybe you would charge you so much money, But it was like, how'd you start the nonprofit? What got you into that?
So basically, I got into the nonprofit because of my son. Mm-hmm. I had him at the age of 14. And at that time, there was really no resources or anything to assist me in becoming successful, yet everyone around me wanted to throw success down my throat and say, well, you got it. Well, do you want to give me the tools? How am I going to find it?
Like, what would they say to you?
You know, you're not going to amount to anything. You're a teen mom. You're not going to become anything. You're just, you know, just all sorts of names, the church, you know, everyone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, church people are very judgmental.
Oh, yeah. So it just came to a point where it's like, okay, well, how am I going to do it? I figured it out. I figured out the plan to success. And guess what? I didn't want to keep it to myself. I wanted to share it. So I created a nonprofit called Women Enough. And that was kind of my platform to give back to the community in a way that they didn't give to me. At least at the time, that's how I felt.
Yeah.
I felt like, okay, I did this on my own. I don't want anyone else to have to not have the tools that I had or the tools that I created for myself to become successful and have to start from scratch like I did.
Like with some of the tools, because this is ringing close to like me. Like when I got older, there's a bunch of stuff I figured out that nobody tells you, right? And my parents didn't tell me because my dad is Mexican. It's not because they're Mexican, right? But my mom... I think, yeah, she went to school. Well, you know, maybe it has something to do with him being Mexican.
Oh, goodness,
that fucking
no.
spick. Anyways.
No.
But look, so, Manny's half Mexican. Anyways.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Our film producer. But look, my dad, my parents, you know, they raised me, they fed me, whatever. And then there's a lot of things like they never tell me or like learned or something like that I got from my dad, right? My dad was a little bit wild, right? And then my mom, she was great. She was a great person, but nobody, like, there's certain skills and like finance, things like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know about that. You know what I mean? My mom still know how to manage her money at all.
Yeah.
So, like, she gives me a bunch of her money. Like, I always wanted to do, like, mine was, like, I wanted to do
That sounds good.
Yeah, I wanted to do the Catholic, you know. Look, I was like, she's like, when she gets her taxes, she just did it. It goes to me, and she gives me a bunch. She's like, here, save this for me, because I know I'm not gonna. Oh. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
What do you do with it?
Put it in just my bank account. Actually, I just put.
Do you use it?
No.
Oh,
well,
okay, good.
If I do, I put an IOU.
Let's tell the truth now, Lobo.
I don't, right? But okay, all right. I'm trying to put this lightly. So let's say allegedly, I had some, and somebody had to borrow some, and they did, and then that person who borrowed it, I got to get it back from them. If not, I'll pay for it. It was like a few grand. But they're like, oh, can I borrow this? Or grab from the account. And then like a day later or something, they might have allegedly got arrested.
Oh.
And, but they're not, so now they're catching up. If it gets to the point my mom needs it, I use my money and give it to her or whatever because it's my loss. But it's like, but no, usually if I do take out, it was like a little bit of things in there. I put some in Bitcoin actually. James, Manny, are you in Bitcoin?
Yeah, I am a little bit.
So James, our producer, is all about Bitcoin. Like a bunch of our buddies. You know Mark the Polak?
Yes.
Polish, yeah, Mark.
Yes.
He's into Bitcoin. No one talk about money, Bitcoin. So I grabbed when it dropped to like 30 or 31. I grabbed $3,000 of it and I put in Coinbase. So now I think she's like, I don't know. She's like, she's up, whatever. It's like, what is that? At 52? How much is that? How much Bitcoin at? 52 or something today?
Let's check on it.
And it's supposedly, according to James, the producer's really into Bitcoin. So it's like at 52. So she's made like a grand on that.
Wow.
And it's funny because when Mark told me about Bitcoin, it was like at 12 or 13. He's like, I'm telling you, go in. And then it was more like, I kind of was, all right, I wrote it down, have a note. I'm going to research where to put it in. And I didn't. And that was, my mom's what I wanted to put in. So if I was going to put in like $5,000 of her money and it was like at 13 or 14. Then it jumped. Now it's at 52. So I think she made whatever. But yeah, I usually put it to the side and then I'll give it back to her and she'll ask me like give some money because she can't. But that was some of those skills. I used to live, you know where the towers are, right?
Yeah.
Keegan? All right.
Yeah.
So I used to live in the towers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then if you don't know the towers, it's a shitty apartment, a lot of mice.
Towers was the club.
You used to hang out at the towers?
No, I never hung out there, but I had a lot of friends who did. My mom wouldn't. Well, my mom didn't care. But anywho, yeah, so I had a lot of friends who every time, like the club would let out or whatever, oh, we're going to the towers, I'm 19,
Why?
20, I don't know. That was like, it was like the after club.
Oh, if people don't know, the towers is a 14-story government subsidized building, which is, what is that called?
Section 8?
Yeah, basic Section 8 building, projects, whatever, suburb project, that's the name for it. It was really ghetto.
Yeah.
There were security guards they were there, but they didn't really do.
They used to party with them from what I hear.
Yeah. I remember some Puerto Rican dude with long hair. Yeah. Like the first day I moved in, I think somebody got pushed off. People got locked in the vents when they locked it down. It was all kinds of nonsense.
Oh, my goodness.
But I would see, do you have tattoos?
Yeah, a lot of them.
Okay. You don't have one across your chest that says 5-star bitch?
No.
No. So,
No.
So I was in an elevator, right? And there was
Thank
this,
God.
Yeah, there was this kid, but you could tell he's like a talented kid. His mom was there, and then she had the 5-star bitch tattoo, right?
Oh my goodness.
And I was thinking like, and his mom was young, and I was like, I don't think the mom is teaching her the proper finance skills. Or that's what it popped in my head. It's like, man, you could tell like this kid is a talented kid, right? And it was like, that's why I wanted to join. There's all this stuff I learned that I was older. They don't teach you. They don't teach you at school. They don't teach you about money. They don't teach you all kind. They teach you nothing. I don't know, or they teach you. I don't know what they teach you nowadays in school, probably. But
I think they're just now getting into that, right? What's the one class? Come closer. What's the one class that economics? Yeah. So she learns a lot in that, and that they didn't teach us way back when.
No.
So. Yeah. So I think they're starting to understand how important it is now. A whole decade too late, but
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, the only reason I learned about personal finance, I took an elective class. In high school, and then they taught me how to like balance a budget book or things like that. And then before that, I didn't even know. All right, so I want to get back because I just got in a relationship recently. Like I was.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah. I've been like a whole. Complete thought for the last I don't know how many years, my whole life maybe.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen some things. I said I've seen some things over there of 29.
Oh yeah. So this house, yeah. So I would go like, so where your brother lived on the other side of the house, I had a joke, but I used to call it maybe the fuck room because I would go.
Oh my goodness, Lobo, really?
Yeah, because there were so many people there, so I'd go to the other side sometimes. I had to do what I had to do, or there was a middle room in the point because because
they opened the whole thing up now.
Oh, because they put like at one point it was like a maze. There was like all these little rooms. There was so many rooms because they're trying to get Hondus in there to rent them out.
Yeah,
people don't know Hondus are Hondurans. You're half. What are you half Puerto Rican?
Puerto Rican. Mm-hmm.
Half Puerto Rican, half black, half Puerto Rican.
Yep.
Okay, and so there's no Honduran, right?
No.
Thank God.
Just my cousins.
Well, yeah, we grew up with a bunch. So, anyways, there's always Hondus coming in and out, and they come and they work for a little bit, and then there was one room in there specifically. I remember. I don't know. Don't tell your uncle, but one time, I did bring a prostitute to that house.
Oh my goodness! Really?
Yeah, to that room. And I only did it once. I remember. I only did it once because it's like.
Oh my goodness! How'd that go? How'd that go?
It was fine, thankfully. There used to be a website called Backpage, Manny. I don't know if you've heard about Backpage.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah, so
I've never been on it, but I heard.
It ruined my. I hate the fact I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about it, and I was like, "What is this website?" I was like, "That sounds horrible," and like, let me just Google. And then it ruined my life for like a year or two.
They sucked you in.
Yeah, when I get drunk because I'm sober because I used to be a big drinker, right? Can you handle your liquor?
Yeah.
Always.
Always.
Oh, okay. No, not me.
Yeah, I'm one of those. I'll get quiet. Or I'm like super fun. I'm a super fun drunk. Aren't I, Lex? I always like laugh.
Loud. She's a loud drunk.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah,
like,
you are a loud drunk.
I like want to play and jump on people, and she hates it.
but well, anyways, that worked out and I got her out. But anyways, it got in a relationship.
You got her out?
Well, she was in, she was out, and it was fine. Because it's in those situations, it's like, this is my house, really. I mean, I was staying there, and it's like, what am I doing? Why am I bringing hookers over here? Like, I don't even live here. Like,
yeah,
technically,
that might not work. I mean,
yeah. So I always go out. I always leave. Well, at that time I would leave. But anyways, I had this whole life, and then I actually got in a relationship. I think January 1st, 2021. So it's what are we in February?
Yeah.
So I met her, like I slid in her DMs and I slowly we hung out, right?
Oh, okay. So you did it the right way this time.
Yeah. Well, before that I was just like, I had my rotation of people that would come to my house on Fridays because I would only have sex on Fridays, right?
Why only Fridays?
Because I work during the week.
That's so boring.
I know, but it's like I wanted to work and I would drink and I wouldn't drink at all. Really during the week and I'd be productive. So then Friday I'd maybe have somebody come over and then I'd drink and maybe do like 4 other things at once. It was like a whole thing.
Nice.
Right. And then but then I met and I settled down.
So you had to plan sex.
Huh?
So you had to plan it?
You kind of like plan it whatever because it's like during the week I was trying to stay like
celibate or
stay out of trouble, right? Not even something, just stay out of trouble because it's like, because it would lead me to like do bad things.
Right.
And
understood.
And then like, when that place, did you ever go to Clark's?
Every now and again. Not often.
Okay. Where were your spots?
No, because you're gonna be like, seriously. Back in the day, my spot was Frank's,
Where's Frank's at?
North Chicago, right over
No-go?
Green Bay, and Martin Luther King.
Is it? Oh, okay. It's
little-
right after the golf course.
No,
No, after the
where the gas
past
station,
the taco place.
where everybody was getting shot at. Man.
Oh, okay.
That was my spot. I was, a glutton for punishment, I guess.
Did you get a fight when you were older with one of your bullies from high school who was a cop? Was that true?
Lexi, was that true?
Or allegedly, right? If it allegedly happened.
Yeah.
Or somebody you didn't get along with in high school.
Yeah.
And they ended up being a police officer.
Yeah.
And they pulled you over.
Yeah. Well, actually, the story is they didn't pull me over.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they did. But long story short, my daughter was young.
Mm-hmm.
I got into an altercation with her aunt
Mm-hmm.
at Chuck E. Cheese, and basically,
What was the Chuck E. Cheese fight about?
my daughter
Pizza?
was like 3. She was like 3, and
Okay.
the aunt knew I didn't like her.
Okay.
So I was holding my daughter, and she came and like grabbed my daughter out of my hands. That's a big no-no.
Yeah, that's a big
So
no-no.
I pretty much set the place up, and so she was trying to serve me with the order of protection. You start this, I whoop your ass, and then now
Your
I
aunt?
get the order of protection. Her
aunt.
Her aunt.
Okay.
So basically, order of protection comes, and every time they would come at like not a decent hour, So I had told the Lake County Sheriff, like, dude, it's too late. Like, so they would come, and every time
They would come over?
they would come to my door and knock
Okay.
at the door at like midnight. So
The sheriffs.
I'd politely go to the door.
Well, they got to check on you, or how does that work?
No, they have to serve me.
Oh,
with
they can serve the
paperwork.
papers. Okay.
So when they would come, I would politely go to the door and turn the porch light off on them and tell them to come back at a decent hour. Well, after so many times of that, they came at a decent hour. And I was on my way to work, had kids in the car. She pulled me over like 2 seconds after I left my house. And
So she waited for you.
yeah, she was waiting for sure. But she was so rude. So I had to.
Like, how was she rude? Did she
was-
do that cop talk? Or?
Yeah, she did that whole gun and badge thing, like, and I'm like, oh, well, if you got it, you better use it. Like, because you don't scare me type of thing. Not too much scares me. So, long story short, I was 5 months pregnant with my youngest son. And I think, I don't remember how, allegedly, she tried to get me out the car and I hit her. But, it was an accident. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I'm not confessing to anything.
No.
That's what I was told happened.
Oh, okay.
But
Are you guys friends now?
no.
No. Is there a sheriff?
No.
Oh.
She's not a sheriff anymore. I think she turned into a hooker.
Oh, really?
Maybe.
Is that for real?
No.
Oh.
Just guessing.
Oh, boy, because the sheriffs there would always do the stings. I don't know if you saw on the Lake County thing.
Oh yeah.
They would put the name of all the Johns, and my friends would like message me. It's like, are you on there or something like that? Yeah. No.
Lobo, were you ever on there?
No.
Oh, good
But like whenever they would come out, I've said this before, but when they would come out, the thing, they have all the Johns on there. People don't know what John is. There's Johns and Tricks, right? Tricks are prostitutes. Johns are the like the dudes that get the prostitutes.
Right.
That's a John.
Yeah.
So then when the John list would come out, I'd be like, I see it pop up on my Facebook or somebody would text it to me, and I was like, oh, it would spark my interest. I'd be like, they just finished this bust, so this next week should be clear for getting hookers. So then I get on Backpage, and then
You said this is my opportunity.
yeah, I get on Backpage, and then but I'd get on Backpage and go, and then yeah, that's basically what would happen with that one. So anyways, when are you getting married?
January 1st.
January 1st. Where you guys getting married at? Is it
Buffalo Grove?
Oh, you guys go to a nice area.
Yeah.
Wait, he's your fiance? He's a DJ?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Yep. DJ Double L.
DB Double L. Mm-hmm. Have you gone out? Have you seen him? Has he not? Now he can't. Or what's been going on the last year?
So he still DJs. He often DJs at like Stretches and
I've
like
been to
little
Stretch. I know
local
a-
places.
I know
'Cause they're not
a
doing
bartender
well.
from Stretches.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh.
The last night she used to work at Clark's, right? Clark's.
Look, let me think.
And the last night she hooked me up with a bunch of drinks, and she's like, I got you, and I was like, just you get me next time, because I would like, I thought I was some boss for a few months at Clark's. It just been stupid with my money. Like
Nice.
they were telling them, they were like, the owner, my buddy was telling people, like, he was telling the younger people, like, oh, he's a drug dealer or something like that. And I
Oh
was,
my goodness.
like lies. He's like, oh no, I was just an idiot who was racking up my credit card and spending all my money at fucking Clark's like a dumbass, not a drug dealer.
Sounds accurate.
So, no, but I remember she the last night she's like, oh, just hook me up tomorrow. And then she got fired and ended up at Stretches after that. So so I got all these like basically a few drinks from her, and I didn't have to pay her at Stretches. Stretches is, what were you gonna say?
Nothing. Not a thing. Not a thing.
Oh, okay. Well, so Stretches is by Ramada.
Yeah. Yeah. It's in the same building, but Ramada's not there anymore. Stretch is still there.
So Ramada, actually Ramada, there was a friend of the family that would go there because they would say it was like they would always make fun of him because they would say before it was Stretches, it was something else, and they'd say there'd be a lot of like it was like a trans bar. There was like a trans there.
It was like
boys.
a Navy spot. Like they would call it. I forget what it was called, but it was like a Navy bar type. For like all the Navy folks.
I did have sex with a hooker at the Ramada though once.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Lobo.
That I had on Backpage. That I found on Backpage. Look, this life. Well, my girl knows like this old part of my life, right?
Well, that's good. She still likes you.
Yeah. Well, because I've told her like everything, right?
Good.
I've everything. I deleted. Are you still friends with people you slept with on Facebook that you used to hook up with, or Snapchat? You don't have to say it.
Let me think.
Huh?
I was
So
a teen. I don't know.
Okay.
But probably not though.
No, but let's say the people that you were current, the more current ones. Like
no.
yeah,
Absolutely not.
no. Yeah, because they just got blocked. Like I blocked a few people recently.
Yeah.
And then like I went through I didn't realize there were so many girls on my Snapchat. Do you use Snapchat or?
I do. I have a Snapchat, but really I don't even know how to use it. I always have to ask her.
Okay. Yeah. So I went through my Snap and I was like, look, I'm going to delete these girls that, they kind of like I was talking to or sleep. They were current, right? They were current.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, and I started deleting them in front of her. And then she was going to get pissed because it was like, there was so many. And she's like, you really going to do this in front of me right now? But I did it. And it took me like, I didn't realize there was like all these girls that I was trying to holler at.
Oh my goodness.
And she was like, man, you're trying to fuck half of Waukegan.
That's not.
But anyways, we're talking the non. So you started.
It's better than half of North Chicago, though.
I'm trying to see if I ever slept with. No. From No Go. Where's your man from?
Chicago.
Oh, Chicago.
He grew up in Cabrini Green.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. People don't. Cabrini Green was another high-rise project that they tore down. What do they got? Their condos or something now?
Yeah, they do. Actually, we were there for Memorial Day. We went for like family picnic, and it's really nice now.
It was. They filmed Candyman there.
Yeah.
Or Candyman. Man, you know about Candyman?
Yeah, I do.
So
they're doing a remake, or they already did, didn't
Oh,
they?
they do.
Did they?
I think they were supposed to. I think COVID probably got in the way of it, but
Was the
they were
original
redoing it.
was the original Candyman?
Let me pull it up.
Yeah, it was in Cabrini.
It was in Cabrini Green. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
it was it was high rises. Where's it at? Cabrini Green.
Up north, actually. A lot of people think that it's
right.
like out south or out west or something. It's up north. So, and I didn't even know that till I started dating him, and he told me. But yeah, Cabrini Green's up north.
Yeah, he's the original.
All right. So the people don't. Candyman. You say his name 3 times, and he comes out and kills you or something like that. Was it 3 times?
Yeah, I think it was 3 times.
It was Candyman.
But you have to say it in the mirror with like candles and stuff. No.
Well, there was Candyman. There was that other one, the Mary or something. I forgot the other one's name.
Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary.
Yeah, Bloody Mary was a good one.
The Bloody Mary. I did you try? I tried all those things when I was
tried
young.
them.
Yeah. No,
My uncle made us. D'Angelo didn't tell you. My uncle used to make us, and if not, we'd get whooped with.
He'd make you do Bloody Mary.
Yeah. Yeah, if we got in trouble, and so my grandmother lived in Country Club Hills, and my uncle Stuck, that's what they call him, my Uncle Stuck and my Uncle Stephen, they would, if we would get in trouble, they would make us, even if we wouldn't get in trouble, they just do it for pure entertainment, and we'd be crying, me and Dad, you don't want to, and they'd be like, oh, do it or beat your ass, like, and so. Yeah, we had to do it, and then they'd act like they were Candyman and act like they were just like coming to life out the mirror. We'd be in pitch dark black night. It was so cruel. I think they should have went to jail for that. Like, seriously.
Did it work? You believed it?
At that time, I did. Yeah.
How old are you?
Maybe 8, 9.
It sounds kind of messed up. How do you discipline your kid? Because I did some stuff like that to my sister. I would roll over and I'd pretend I'd come out and like I was like possessed or like it was an exorcist. Jordan Peele's next movie. Oh, did it come out? Oh, Jordan.
Yeah, so it's looking like it's supposed to be coming out this summer now.
Is the original
it got pushed
Candyman gonna
back.
have a cameo?
I think they might.
I mean,
Wait, with Keke Palmer?
Yeah, it looks like it.
where's she from? I don't watch anything anymore.
Oh, she's good. She's on everything.
So growing up as a single mom, how'd you discipline your kids? Did they change the first, second?
They used to get their ass beat. I whooped kids. Yeah, I was. My kids grew up very military style. Very, everything was no sir, yes sir, no ma'am, yes ma'am. I didn't.
Well, you have to because if it's you're a single mom, it's like it's you're kind of. Did your mom help or?
Initially she did, and then she wound up. I moved to Georgia, and she wound up following me to Georgia because of her grandkids, and I wound up leaving, and she wound
How
up
long were
staying.
you in Georgia?
About a year and a half.
A dude?
2 years. No,
Really? Oh, that's something I would do maybe. Okay.
Yeah, no, I went out for a job opportunity. Actually, I did meet someone when I was there, but no, it wasn't for.
Where in Georgia was it?
We lived in Lawrenceville.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is that I don't know where
it's about 45 minutes from Atlanta.
from Atlanta?
Yeah.
Is it true? It's Atlanta's all is down low, or were you in it?
Yeah.
Okay, so all right,
Yeah.
people don't know down low. Atlanta, there's a bunch of dudes who act straight, whatever, but
And they're gorgeous.
yeah, good looking dudes,
They're
suits.
also, man, they're gorgeous, and then it's kind of like they walk up to Tommy and like, "What up, babe?" I'm like, "Oh my god, really?" Like it's crazy. It's nuts.
It's just literally nuts in their mouth. But look, but,
Right.
so you came back. You didn't like it was a job, or you just didn't like Georgia?
I think my kids were a big reason why we came back because they missed their people. All their people was kind of here, and they just missed them. They missed interacting with their cousins and seeing their dad and their and stuff like that. So
I was thinking about this today with everything going on in Texas. When this comes out, like Texas is frozen or something right now, right?
yeah, it's like it's another Chicago. It's Nardia.
But I was thinking about this. Like I've always wanted to kind of move somewhere warm, but then it's like, and now I'm looking at Texas, and it's like they can't handle all that stuff. Like
No.
Or like Tennessee or Georgia, if they get a little bit of snow or ice, the city shuts down. Like
Yeah, they're like that happened in Georgia when I was there, but they're not equipped for it.
Yeah.
The city is not prepared, and I lived kind of on a slope when I lived in Georgia, and we couldn't even get out our subdivision because we had to go up, and you would try to go up, and it's like
and you just slide down,
You just
right?
slide.
And then we have trucks. So I was thinking about like now it's like, look over here we get like what would we have 0 degree weather, and then we'd haul the snow, and it's like everybody's still going to work.
Yeah, like
And
it's
so-
nothing.
So it made me think like I don't know if I would want to move. Do you ever want to move out of?
Oh yeah, we're out of here.
Huh?
We're going back to Georgia.
You want to go back to Georgia?
Oh, we are.
Oh.
Yeah, right after we get married, we're moving back to Georgia.
Oh, that's the plan.
Yep.
I don't know if I'm ready.
I love Georgia. I love it.
What do you like about Georgia?
Just everything.
What do you hate about this? Is it you like it there more, or you dislike it here?
I just don't like the cold. It's so gloomy. There's so many miserable people. Not that there isn't in Georgia too, but I mean, at least people can be miserable and it's nice most of the time. so you can go out and swim while other people are miserable.
Yeah, every year people complain about the weather
Yeah.
and the snow. Like it doesn't happen all the time. Even my girls complain about the snow and the
Yeah.
weather. But like she didn't have any gloves or a hat, had this thin jacket on, And then I don't know, and I say like I'm a dude, so I feel like dudes think more logically, and I'm like, you don't have weather, but
What?
yes.
Where'd that come from?
Okay, I'm against two women here, but I think this is what I've been learning, right? Because look, usually I didn't have too many interactions. I mean, I have women who are friends, and then there was women that I slept with, right?
Right.
So now I'm with a woman like all the time now. So now I'm like, oh, okay, like I started. What is it? Pick your battles. I started to learn a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I started to pick my. Like today we got into a little bit of a fight over food.
Hey, that's always a woman's biggest fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So but look, and it happened to me. Look, I turned into a psycho with food. Like that's where. So basically, my mom made some chiles rellenos, so stuffed peppers, right? Manny, Mexican side. You ever? They're okay, but I like other stuff. So she made some chiles rellenos. I was like, I'm gonna bring some. My mom took a picture of it. I'm gonna bring them, whatever. And she purposely like ate like, because I was gonna eat them, or she was gonna have some. So we brought them. Didn't eat them last night, right? We're gonna have them this morning. So yesterday she's been thinking about it. She's gonna have them in the morning. And then
You ate it?
No. You know what I mean? I didn't tell. Like no, I didn't. I told him about it, but he doesn't really like chiles rellenos, so I really didn't say anything. Otherwise, I would say make sure you don't eat them. But his buddy came over in the morning because they were doing stock stuff, and then while we were sleeping, he ate them. Right? Because I left them. I didn't put them in the fridge. And I left them out. Right? So in the morning, she's extra hungry. She's like, "Oh, I'm hungry." Blah blah blah. And now it's like we kind of leave just enough time for me to go drop her off, and then and they're gone. Right?
Yeah.
And then she was pissed. Like.
I'd be a little upset too.
Yeah, I'd be because the same thing happened to me where like a few weeks ago there was a sushi place that I was gonna order food. I was gonna go, and I waited and I purposely barely even ate that day to have the sushi. When I got there, this Asian lady and her white husband came out because they closed early, right? Without telling anybody. After we put the order, I was like, "Hey, I'm here for the order," and I was like, "I don't know." And she didn't understand me, but like in my head, I don't know, like. I wanted to beat her with a bat. No, in a fantasy. I wasn't ever going to do it, right? But this is how upset I get about food stuff. You know what I mean? Like
over sushi, though? At least let it be something good.
You don't like sushi?
No.
Well,
not raw sushi. I may eat cooked sushi.
Oh.
Yeah. Or, yeah.
No, I eat. So you don't like oysters or anything like that? No, I eat all types of garbage. But basically, like, it actually made me feel better because I fantasized about taking a bat to this Asian lady's head.
Oh, my goodness.
Repeatedly. Until she was into the hospital. This is my fantasy, right? This actually helped me out. Like, I don't know.
That helped you get through?
Yeah, like, kids with video games, they let the aggression out. I just went through this fantasy in my head, and I took her. I would never do something like, well, I don't know. And then I went, in my fantasy, I went to the hospital. And I gave her flowers, and I didn't apologize.
Wait, so you beat her, and then you took her flowers?
Yeah, because I didn't kill her. I just beat her near death.
You should have took her some sushi.
No, she is the sushi provider. You know what I mean? This is what happened. She made the order to call. They never called, right? They never called to tell us, like, hey, it's not ready, or we're closing down. So I'm driving all the way from work. I've worked all day to get my fucking sushi.
Well.
Yeah, and I go, and I'm there, and they're there, and I'm telling her, it's like, the order, and she has a bag of food, and part of me was like, just give me that food, whatever it is that you have in your hand, because, like, we're your customers. And then she called the next day, and they're like, oh, it's because, people just dine and ditch on their orders. And I was like, okay, but why don't you call? It's because, COVID. Like, why don't you just call and be like, we're closing early, come pick it up, because she lives down the street. She could have picked it up. Right. I'm coming from Elk Grove Village. And I'm there at the door, and she's acting like Mrs. Swan, like, oh, he looked like a man. I don't know. I don't know what she's saying. Right? I don't know what she's saying. And then the husband, the white dude's over there not saying nothing. Like, dude, you're white. You know English. Speak to me. Where's my food? Like,
he might be Polish.
Huh?
He might be Polish.
Polacks know English.
What?
Look at Mark, huh?
Oh, Mark barely knows English.
No, Mark is good. But, and she doesn't
I love Mark.
Yeah. I want to have him on here. But look, she doesn't, and nothing, right? And then we ended up getting like a free meal. But now, like, I hate this place with a passion. Like,
you can't even drive by there. Mm-hmm. Like, you get angry when you drive.
No, but they gave us a free meal, right? They and I've gotten into it, like, okay, that Applebee's in Zion, is this still open?
No, it's been gone for a while.
Good.
It was terrible.
No, it was terrible. I went there one time, and I remember the waiter was like, I was asking him, I was like, hey, he started rushing me. He was like, hey, the mashed potato. I was like, hey, there was a Honduran, of course, they came and brought, I don't know, they were using for work.
Was it my cousin?
I don't remember this Honduran, who
Uncle?
he even was, right? It was me knowing some Hondu, right? Some dirty Hondu. So you're there, and the waiter, I was like, hey, what sides does it come with? They're like, they're right here. He just says, like, they're right there. They show you the sides right there. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I was like, and he was like, you guys got to order? Because they're like super rude,
Oh
right?
my goodness.
And then I was like, I just looked at him. I was like, hey, I'm leaving. And he was like, oh, we already started your order, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't care. That's that's not my problem. But like I've almost gotten to like a breakup over hash browns before.
What? Over hash browns?
Do you share your meals with
No.
your man?
Absolutely not.
Okay,
I
he
take
orders.
his, though.
He orders. Okay, how does it work? He orders. You order.
What's his is mine, and what's mine is mine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the way it works.
And
So,
but he's aware. In the beginning, was there conflict in the beginning before you guys knew how it worked?
in the beginning and still, yeah. He's like, well, you got your own. I said, well, happy wife, happy life type of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
So I
gotta-
order a lot of food. Huh?
do you share?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Really?
I like to eat. My girl likes to eat.
Oh, well.
Steak. I don't like skinny chicks.
I know that's right.
Yeah. I like him.
Wait, is she black?
No, she's half white, half Mexican.
Oh, okay.
Half white.
All right.
Because she knows that I told her today I would not date a white woman, a full white woman, because they're crazy, right? It's a type of crazy I can't deal with.
They're all crazy.
Huh?
All of them.
Well, white women or women in general?
Women in general.
Yeah, but like there's a certain day. Didn't you get a fight with an ex when you were on the back of a motorcycle? Or no?
I think that's the person I ran over their car with my car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's as far as it went.
Okay.
Yeah. They weren't in it, by the way.
Oh, they weren't in the car?
Oh, I wish they were. But yeah, no, they weren't.
I don't know. I heard something about a motorcycle and shots or something. Somebody got shot at behind a motorcycle.
What? No. I haven't shot anyone. I don't shoot people.
You been shot at? Yeah, right? Did you get shot at?
A long time ago at a club.
Oh.
In Chicago.
North Chicago? Oh, regular Chicago?
Yeah. We used to go to the prop house. You remember the prop house? I think it's called something else now. They just keep changing the name and let people get killed and then change the name. That's how it goes. So, yeah, we almost died one night.
What happened?
Oh, man. I think we started it.
But how old were you? 20s?
Probably 21,
Oh,
22.
okay. Oh, yeah, it's the prime time to get shot at. Okay.
Yeah. But I think that's
You
the
got a few
one
more years.
time. That's the one time in my life that I didn't know that I was going to make it out. I
Okay.
really thought like I was hiding behind a dumpster.
So how did it start? Okay, so this is outside then?
Yeah.
It's after the club?
Yeah, and it was cold. It was about like now,
Mm-hmm.
and we had on heels and
Dresses. Maybe like a little jacket.
no coat.
No coat.
We were too cute to have coats on, so we thought we were cool.
And there are coat checks in Chicago, so I wouldn't wear a coat. You just like, you put your hands, you put your hand in your pocket in line. And
Yep.
Because,
Or you take your man's coat and he'd be mad because he told you to grab a coat, but you said no.
No.
So, yeah, that's how that goes. But, yeah, I think that's the one time that I probably thought I was going to die.
Was it in the alley or how did it start? It was you, a group of other people? You were a group of, how many?
Yeah,
were-
so 3 girls, 3 guys. We were coming out of the prop house and one of my homegirls, I guess one of the guys had like grabbed her. And, of course, her guys like going off and they were with chicks, so me and my girls are like, we're going off, ready to fight the girls. And I don't remember if I threw the first punch or someone else did. I can't remember how it went, but somebody threw a punch and it just started a whole riot. Then all of a sudden a van pulls up. I'll never forget. A huge van pulls up and guys with like, it was like 80 of them, seriously, against us 6. And there were like 80 of them, and they just, we're like, oh, man.
Oh, they started shooting.
We're going to die. Yeah. So, but we didn't. We're here.
And then what, you guys ran, stayed, or?
No, we fought. We fought until they started shooting.
Oh.
You don't bring fists to a gunfight.
No.
Doesn't work. So, yeah.
Have you lost, what's your record?
Fighting
Fighting record, obviously.
Oh, that one. No.
Oh, you're talking about police record? No, I've only been
Every-
arrested 3 times, I think.
Everything's expunged now, so thank God.
Mm-hmm.
I've turned my life around a little bit. I still curse a lot, but hell. I don't remember. I think I got beat up once.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got beat up once, and that was when I was still kind of learning how to fight, and I just had like a mouth on me, and I really didn't have anything to back it up. But I think I got beat up once, and it wasn't even like a bad beat up. It was like, oh, they hit me, and that was it. Like, so it wasn't really beat up. I didn't know how to fight at the time.
How'd you learn how to fight? Just fighting constantly?
Boxing.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been in boxing for a long time.
Oh, so you trained professionally and then beat up girls
Yeah,
at the club.
yeah, it works out. But my hands aren't registered, so it's okay. I don't need that, so I'm all right.
Oh, anyways, earlier I brought up before I started talking about beating up the agent, which I never did, right? Which I didn't, right? And then I would I get, what kind of fights? Because I've gotten into a few fights with my girl. What kind of fights do you normally get into? Is it about serious stuff or is it about dumb things? Like, I'm learning, right? I haven't been in a relationship in years with your man.
With my fiance, it's always stupid. We don't argue. We don't.
Do you
fight.
start it?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Always.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Girl, you see her shaking her head. Yeah, it's always me. I always start it,
Mm-hmm.
and I always finish it too. So it's okay.
What do you mean finish it?
I don't say sorry,
Mm-hmm.
but
I don't think women really say sorry, right?
no, it doesn't. It like goes against our religion or
Yeah,
our gender.
Yeah, I don't remember ever hearing that.
It's in a book somewhere, I swear. But I'll just say, I'll try to talk it out and be like, well, had you not did this, so, and then he'll kind of feel bad and say, okay, well, I apologize for my part. I said, well, I guess I'll apologize for my part too. So my bad. I'll never say I'm sorry, but I'll say like my bad.
My bad.
You know
my
what I'm
bad,
saying?
my
Like
bad.
that works out.
Yeah, no, because we got a few fights. The first one was like legit involved, like.
Oh.
Maybe. I didn't look. I feel I'm a good person, but I'm absent-minded about stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe like I didn't delete somebody I was supposed to, but I really didn't think about it because there's so many, like, there's all these social medias, there's this and Twitter, and I forgot I had these people on this or something. The other one was stupid. It was about Conor McGregor.
What?
Because she said something about him being hot earlier, and then later we drank with Mark, and then the fight happened. Actually, no one showed up, and the fight happened. I was like, who won? I was like, oh, Conor got his ass whipped. Like, oh, that's glad. I hope he dies.
Oh
And
my goodness, that's so mean, Lobo.
Yeah, and then she pulled, she pulled him up on Instagram, and I was like, take that shit off, or I'll take you home. Then she's like, so take me home. Actually, she said that. Like, this is what she said. Actually, you know what? Because how long does it take you to get ready? Like an hour and a half or 2 hours? Or are you gonna go out?
Depending if I'm flat ironing my hair or not. If
Okay.
I flat iron my hair, about two
2
and a
days.
half hours.
Okay.
But if not, about an hour.
About
it
an
doesn't
hour.
take long.
Okay, and I'm learning that now because I'm new in a relationship. Because before I would be on my schedule, which is like, oh, I can be ready, like if I needed to, in maybe 14 minutes or less, with a shower, with I can
14 minutes?
possibly if I could pull it off. You know what I mean? Like, and when I had shorter hair, even quick, maybe around there.
Oh my goodness.
Because I don't wear makeup, right?
Really?
Yeah.
No, just joking.
I don't wear makeup. I don't do all that stuff. But now I'm learning, like, oh, wait. Now when I plan something out, like we got to leave by this time, I'm going to start doing what I used to do with my dad, right? Which was when I needed to get picked up at 5, I would tell my dad, pick me up. I need you to pick me up at 4:30. Because
Yeah.
I knew he was going to be half an hour late. He was in Latino time, right? I don't know if do you run on regular time or?
I try to be on time. Like, it drives me nuts when I'm late.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I go nuts. Like, it's like, no, I have to be there if I tell somebody I'm going to be there, like I was even freaking out because we were going to be 8 minutes late.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, no, we have to be there that's just me, though. I try to be as prompt as possible.
Okay. But I'm learning about you women and your times. And because before I didn't have to wait for nobody. It's like somebody's coming to my house at 7:30. I have the apple Hennessy or whatever the hell I have. We're going to start drinking. And then they'll be out either that night if their kids calls them, or if not, they'll be out in the morning when I take them, when I wake up, hungover, right? So that there was no, You know what I'm saying?
There's no like schedule.
There was no schedule, right?
Now, if we're going out, that's different. If we're going out, I'll be an hour and a half late. But if
Yeah,
it's-
right.
if I have to like be somewhere for like business or something that's like important and is not a club, then I'm typically on time.
Did you still work with a lawyer?
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And then you're you're paralegal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you guys have what's your clientele? Do you have any crazy clients ever? Or?
Ooh, we have a lot of crazy clients, but we love them all.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're a criminal defense firm. So,
Oh.
yeah, we have all of the high profile cases for the most part, and pretty prestigious law firm.
What were you on the news for or something? I saw you on Fox something. I remember I sent the link to.
I'm on
to
the news for everything. Like, it's so crazy because
Hey, wait. Well, before you go with that, are you still fighting? You know, I used to see you. I used to watch you on Facebook Live, fighting with people on Facebook Live. Are you still doing that?
No.
Oh.
I've
That's the
outgrown.
old
I've
you?
outgrown that. Yeah,
Was it the photographer? Somebody you got in a fight with.
it's not. It's
we were
not
watching
worth
you.
it anymore.
Huh?
It's not worth it
Oh,
anymore.
okay.
It's just like a waste of breath. So it's like, oh, okay. So let me curse this person out. Like, I'm really good at cursing. I mean, I do that very well, and
It's true.
I'm working on it. So I think that's kind of the last piece of what I need to really excel. But my mouth is terrible. Yeah, it's just terrible.
What really ticks you off, or you?
What really makes me mad is probably just. Oh yeah, she knows that.
Okay.
Liars make me angry.
Okay.
People who are just blatantly disrespectful. I can't deal with disrespect. I just want to take your face off. Like, don't disrespect me, because I'm not going to disrespect you unless I feel disrespected.
So I'm pretty honest. So this is me. I was an honest person in my most of my life. Mid-20s, I became a liar, a cheating liar,
Oh, goodness.
trash bag, right?
Oh, all three, huh?
Huh?
No, all three, huh?
Yeah. Drunk, cheating, liar, trash bag, lies. All right.
Yeah.
And then I went back. I got hitched. Remember Hitch? Not hitched, but actually I was engaged, but then that didn't work out. It was like a week. But
Oh, my goodness. Not a week.
when I was doing comedy, I had a joke. I just did it the other day. It was about how I returned 2 rings for 2 different girls at jury. That's a true story. Only one of them was engaged with a ring. The other one was some stupid fucking Pandora ring that I
Oh, my goodness, Lobo.
that I got a girl for. But like I said, mid-20s, lying, trash bag, like drunk.
Sounds accurate.
Yeah.
As you should be.
Yeah. Well, what happened was, I don't know if this is true. I've noticed, at least on dudes who end up being like, called hoes or something like that. I don't know what you would call them.
Yeah.
A lot of them, I noticed, like, there's an origin story where some girl or something really fucked them up, right? Like, something happened, like in Hitch, he was like, that's what happened to him.
Yep.
And that happened to me, and I was telling it to somebody, no, it's not an excuse, blah, blah, but I'm just telling you what the fuck happened.
Right. She broke your heart.
Yeah, so I was like, nice guy, kind of got fucked over, happened again. I was still the nice guy. I was like, all right, you still, and then that third one broke me, right?
Yeah.
And then I turned, and that's like the villain, right? And I turned into a whole trash bag.
Yeah.
I took it out on some people some girls that probably didn't deserve it. But now I'm back to being like super honest, and I'm super honest with my girl. My friends are like, you're too honest. I don't know.
What are you too honest about?
I don't know. Like, she knows like everything, right?
Nah.
I bet there's nothing. I don't think that like. And I go through my head. I was like, I think I've told you like everything that I've like. Because you don't do it in the beginning. I always say like you gotta give it because I waited, like I've said before. I waited after we had sex a few times. Like the first time, no, I had a few times. I was like, all right, we had sex a few times. I put in a few good performances. The first one wasn't the best. I didn't expect it. I had Taco Bell. But after that, I was like, all right, those are two. These two were okay. So now I tell her, hey, here's some more stories. You know, because I remember she first she was like strippers, right? And it's like, did you say prostitutes too? I was like, yeah. She's like, oh, oh, you know what I mean? Like, so when I don't know if like you and your man, if all up front or little by little you start telling him stuff, or he already knew it about you.
I'm always honest.
Mm-hmm.
I guess guys, like in the beginning when they first start dating, they don't want to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So of course in the beginning there is a little like, oh, I'll tell you a little piece here,
Yeah.
then a little piece. So not necessarily lying, but it's
yeah.
they just
Holding
fail
back the truth
to tell
temporarily.
the whole truth. Yeah.
Or nothing but the truth.
See, I don't have a problem. I talk about everything. I don't care. It's like, look, either you like me, you love me, or you hate me. I don't care.
Okay.
Pick one, but just stick with whichever one you pick.
Okay.
That's it. So he loved me, and now he's here.
Congratulations. We're getting close to the end. If you want to plug your, what is it, the nonprofit or anything else you want to plug?
Yes. So, well, first off, I want to plug Tilted Crowns Apparel.
Okay.
tiltedcrownsapparel.com. It is my fiance's clothing line, and we got everything. We just started, of course, with the hoodies and the sweaters because it's cold outside.
Yeah.
But basically, in a nutshell, he basically created this line to tell people that although you may have been born in unfavorable circumstances and your crown may be a little tilted, it doesn't make you less royal than anybody else. So, it's kind of that royalty from within type of thing. So, yeah, so we've just been plugging away. He's been killing the game with these shirts, and now we have the Black History Month shirts out as well, and I do nails now too. Deluxe Nails Health and Spa.
Oh, really? They show her nails. What's up?
These are my current set. I did myself. But yeah. So, and then of course, Women Enough. It's taking me to who I need to be and who I want to be and who I am going to continue striving to be, and hoping that and it's Women Enough, WOMENENUFF. .org. So we spell it a little bit different, but it's
One more time for me.
WOMEN, and then it's ENUFF.org. Yep, and that is us. And we have been chugging away for 12 years now. So we are just gonna continue on. That's one of our current programs, our Youth Explosion Against Violence, Unmask COVID-19 Violence. It's very important to us because we want to teach teens at an early age how to really stay focused on those signs of abuse, so that way they can possibly avoid it in the future. So that way we don't raise children who grow up to be abused adults, because they notice those signs right away. And not saying that it can't still happen, because of course it can, but the more they're knowledgeable about it, the less likely they are to endure it. So,
yeah.
Yep.
But he loves me. What is it? But he loves me.
Yeah, right.
But he loves me, right?
Yeah.
But he loves me.
Yeah.
He was like, really? Well, that black eye's telling me something else.
Yeah.
So I'll plug myself. Oh, actually, there's a plug. So the next, my next episode, this is all wrong because when this releases, I'm gonna know. But anyways, it's all whack. But I'm gonna do a Patreon episode. I have a Patreon. I'm gonna actually record it this weekend. And my girl's gonna come in as a third mic. We're gonna talk about some stuff.
Nice.
Maybe about a butt plug. I don't know. But anyways, and some other things. That only for the Patreon subscribers. So, but anyways, follow the Lobo Den. I just finally got a TikTok today because I deleted it and I got it again. I feel I should do it. I don't know. So I got a TikTok again. I'll talk about that later. But the Lobo Den podcast on IG. Tell a friend. Follow the Patreon. So the Solo Den episodes are out only for the Patreons. I'm going to record one. We're going to talk about that. Some other stuff. I don't know. I can't put the pictures up. It's as close as it's going to get to an OnlyFans for me for now because of other reasons. But we talked about doing that too. Manny, while you want to plug James while he's not here?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, there he is. Look at that. You want to plug
there he
yourself?
is. We're plugging you.
People of Comedy Network on Instagram. That's at People of Comedy Network on Instagram. Manny, what's your shit on socials?
We don't need my socials.
Yeah,
Just
you
follow
sure?
follow People of Comedy.
I love you.
That's all I care about.
If you want to follow me, you shouldn't follow me, but if you want to follow me at Eclism on Instagram, linktree/Eclism, that's linktr.ee/ACLYSM. There are still tickets. When is this out? 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
I forgot.
Well, if it's out before the 27th of February, I have the honor and privilege of directing and producing a shoot for South by Southwest at Zany's Rosemont. There are live. It's one of the first live shows they're going to have back. 50 people max, and there are tickets available. So visit. I think it's rosemont.zanys.com or zanys.com/rosemont for those tickets.
Very nice.
All right. And again, Saturday, I'll see you Saturday. We might be talking about this butt plug for the Patreon. All right. Lobo again.
Lobo